What's up, everybody? It's Josh from Off-Brand Horror, back with another horror movie review. Today we will be talking about the 2023 movie The Pope's Exorcist. Now, before we get into it, are there too many Exorcist movies? Absolutely. Do they need to make more? No, not at all. They mainly follow the exact same formula. Exorcist movies, the formula is, which, by the way, it's hilarious that, like, Christians usually really hate, like, the devil movies, right? Don't go see it, they're protesting. But no movie is more Christian than a devil movie. I'm gonna repeat it. No movie is more Christian than a devil movie because of that formula that they all follow. And the formula is this. Let me explain. Gonna be a rebellious teenager, someone who is either vulnerable or traumatized or just has a lot of negative influences in their life. Somewhere along the way, whether it be the trauma or the influence, something is going to allow a demon to possess this young person. So Christian, because it happens in your faith, right? It happens in the Bible. The family who are not Christian people, which is why something like this would happen, right? Because they're not Christian. They will panic and they will go to worldly solutions first, right? Let's go to the doctors or the scientists or the trauma experts, the psychologists, right? They'll do all those things and they will all fail them. And finally, they'll end up running to the church as a last resort, right? So Christian. And when they go to the church, there will be a priest who will be willing to help, of course, right? And they come and they say, your child is possessed by the devil. So Christian. And they say that the only way that you can get this demon out of your child is to have faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, right? So Christian. And they'll say, what I want you to do is I want you to start praying right now. So Christian. And then they say, and I'm going to go in there and I'm also going to pray over your daughter. So Christian. And I'm going to throw holy water onto her. So Christian. I'm going to have a cross. So Christian. And I'm going to say the power of Christ compels you. Right? So Christian. And that's going to cause the demon to leave the girl, because it's usually a girl, right? So Christian. And the part that the Christians are usually upset by, right, is that exorcist process, because while the priest is in there doing his thing, praying and all that, power of Christ compels you, the demon is usually something like that, right? Very demonic. But hey, the thing about being demonic is it's a demon, right? They don't like the cussing or the blaspheming, but the thing is it's a demon, right? Because that's what the demon does. Because if you run into a demon, according to the faith, right? Your faith, if you run into this demon in real life, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not going to say, you lint liquor, right? It's not going to do that. It's going to say, fuck you, motherfucker. It's going to cuss and it's going to blaspheme because it's a demon, right? So is this not a very realistic representation of what a demon is supposed to be like? And here's the thing. When the movie ends, Jesus wins. So Christian, right? Every devil movie, it's a non-Christian family, traumatized teenager possessed by the devil, worldly things fail them, the priest comes in, the demon is a demon and does things that demons do, Christ wins, right? Family never misses church again, guaranteed. Family goes to church every Sunday and Wednesday or what forever, because they just witnessed their child be possessed by the devil and they witnessed Christ get the devil out. Most Christian movie you can see. So don't be mad at it. It's doing you a favor, right? And like there's the whole Terrifier 3 thing happening right now. I haven't seen Terrifier 3. Don't spoil it for me. I haven't had time to see it yet. I'm gonna see it, but I haven't had time to see it yet. But if you don't know, Terrifier 3 is about a demonic clown that tortures and murders people, right? And it's a demon. It's a demonic clown. From what I've heard, there's something in the third movie that's out in theaters now where they mock Christ, but the thing is, it's a demon. But maybe you're saying, because I haven't seen it, because I don't know, maybe the clown, Art the clown, does he win in the end? Because he keeps coming back to life, right? Because it's the third movie, so it's like, yeah, but he keeps coming back. There's no everyone moves on and Jesus wins or whatever. There's none of that. But my rebuttal to that is, why are you seeing it? You know what I mean? Because from what I've heard from what I've seen online is people are like, man, I was excited for Terrifier 3 and I went to see it. I was loving it. And then they mocked Christ. Why'd you have to do that? Now I don't want to watch it anymore. And it's like, oh, so you were okay before? Oh, so you can see the utter violence the disgust. This movie is not for the faint of heart. I'm sure they did not think Christians would even watch. I'm just trying to understand. I understand if you say no, the movie shouldn't exist, period, because it's against my religion, right? So don't see it. Pray for the people that do see it, right? Because that's your belief. That's your belief. That's fine. Perfectly fine. But if you went to see it and the line was mocking Jesus, like you were okay with it before, it's because you acknowledged that it was a demonic clown and that this was it's not like a main character. This isn't a good person you're following. You're watching because you know what you're watching. Do you think theoretically demons don't mock Christ? That's all I'm saying. I got off topic. Let's get back to the Pope's Exorcist. So I just went on this whole tangent about how Exorcist movies all follow this same formulaic plot, and that's why I'm tired of them, right? And the thing is, this one, in my opinion, does not follow that same plot. It switches it up a bit. The main thing that this movie does well is Russell Crowe, because Russell Crowe is a good actor. Most of these Exorcist movies do not have good character building, basically. It's not built. There's certain ones, I'm sure. Most of them, it's all about the it's about the fuck me, and it's all about the head turning, and it's all about the dramatics of that one. You're building up, you're just waiting for that part. You're sitting there in the movie, come on, fucking get to the, I want to see her crawl on the ceiling. Let's get, you don't care. You're there to see that 10-minute Exorcist scene, and then that's the movie. Fantastic, and that's it. And we've seen that a million times. This one did well it building a character. Russell Crowe is funny and likable, and he has his own trauma. He has his own regrets. He has his own past. He has a reason for the way that he is. Arguably, so do the other characters. They all have their own little thing going on, and the movie is better for it, in my opinion, because I am very much a character person. I like liking the character, right? I like them having a backstory and being able to invest in the character. Now, obviously, not everyone agrees with me here, because looking at the Letterboxd average review is 2.6. So it seems like people didn't really like this movie. I enjoyed it because I like Russell Crowe. He was a badass, right? Right from the beginning, dude. The way that he handles exorcisms is, number one, he wants to rule out that this person is not just mentally ill, right? He acknowledges mental illness and that's 98% of his cases. So he goes in there with some swagger, right, dude? He's got the accent, and he goes in and he's just like, if you are the devil, then tell me my name. And then they'll say something like, you are stupid. And he's like, oh, no, but that is not my name. Tell me, if you are the devil possessing this boy, why would you possess this random little kid when you could possess me and maybe take over the church? You could possess the Pope. Like, why you possess the random boy? That's hilarious. And also, it's like, oh, that's true. And then he's basically he's vetting them, and then he does his own little process, and he's like, yeah, this person's not actually possessed, which he says most of his cases, they're not actually possessed. They just have something going on. No matter what it is, he still helps them. Even if he has to do something theatrical where he will fake an exorcism because he feels like it may snap the person out of their delusion, like they need to see this happen, which is a super cool concept, right? And then, of course, for it to be a movie, he comes across, oh, there's someone who's actually possessed, and so that's what like the main chunk of the movie is about. And then, of course, once you get to that, you do have your classic formula, the demon saying crazy stuff. It's a little boy possessed this time, and he's there's all that, and there's some corny parts, right? But I felt allowed to like laugh, especially because there's like even a part where Russell Crowe tells like this other priest, like, do you know any jokes? And he's like, no. He goes, you should learn some. The devil does not like jokes. And so basically he's saying treat the devil like a bitch, right? Make jokes at him, right? Don't take him seriously. He wants you to be scared. He wants to call you out for your sins and like all this, other stuff. He's saying just laugh at it, dude. This movie is supposedly like based on a true story. Bullshit, right? But ignoring that and taking it as a movie, I very much enjoyed it. There's more plot than just the regular formulaic plot, which I enjoyed. I love having backstories on the characters. This demon doesn't only possess someone and cuss at everybody, but the house is also haunted by this demon. Like he can do other stuff. He can make you see things. The rest of the family is being taunted, like even in their room, and there's something in the closet. Something's going do 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 do. You know what I mean? Like there's like other creepy stuff happening. So it's like, oh, this is more than just your average possession movie. This also has like other horror themes in it, which I enjoyed. Enjoyed it so much that I watched it again with my wife because I wanted her to see it and to see what she thought. And she enjoyed it too. Maybe not as much as me. She said she enjoyed it more than she thought she would. Maybe that's always the key, because it seems the case. You go into something, you're like, this is gonna be all right, and it ends up being a little more than all right. You're like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. If you get really hyped for a movie, this is gonna be amazing, and then it sucks even just a little, you're like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Well, let's look at some Letterboxd reviews. It's LV says, film of the year, You'll Come. All right, Jesus, 3.5 stars. Dakota says, it's like if Marvel Studios produced a remake of The Exorcist and then rated it 2 stars. Yeah, but that's awesome, right? I'm not thinking modern day Marvel, guys. I'm thinking Iron Man, the first Avengers. Let's not act like these weren't bangers. Let's not act like these movies weren't extremely successful for a reason when you do it right. Now, they fell off, but let's let them start and then fall off, you know? Liam says, my favorite part was when Russell Crowe said, you really want to mess with me, demon? I'm the Pope's exorcist, and stared directly into the camera. Did he actually do that? I can't remember. I think he does say something like that. I would rate this movie 4 stars. Ooh, it's a high one. Maybe I'll rewatch it one day. I've already watched it twice, and it'll probably go down. But like I said in my analogy earlier, I expected it to be bad, and it surpassed my expectations, which is giving me a high on it right now. And my high says 4 stars. I'll catch you guys next time for another horror movie. Halloween is getting closer. I got together with my buddies from Terraform Podcast, which is a podcast that I did before we started this channel. We are tasting some Halloween cocktails. Each cocktail is based off of a horror icon. Here's a quick trailer for that.
This week on Terraform Podcast, the group is back again for Halloween. On this year's episode, Josh will struggle to make cocktails while the rest of the gang sits in the living room and yaps. When Josh brings the cocktails into the other room for the gang to taste, this happens.
That tastes pretty good, actually.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Repeat this about 6 times and you've seen the episode entirely. But you've missed the riveting conversations such as this.
You said otherworldly. Otherworldly. Or otherworldly. Fuck. That one drink got her. This is like canceled or whatever.
That's not right.
He was arrested in 2004 and 2010 for failing to update his status as a sex offender.
Child or no?
For possession of child pornography.
That is
disgusting.
Throughout the episode, the gang gets drunker and more annoying. Here are some more details about the episode. Each cocktail that Josh is making is represented by a horror movie icon. It is up to Aaron and Donnie to decide who they think the cocktail represents. So if you'd like to see Terraform get fucked up, tune in to the episode now.
Probably be posting clips here. Clips are going to get more views than the actual video itself, and I don't blame you for that because I be doing that shit too. We'll catch you guys next time for another off-brand horror movie review.